Have you ever wondered what game the child of God of War and Little Big Planet would be like? Probably something like Puppeteer. This game has you playing as Kutaro, a puppet who loses his head at the start of the game and must make do with heads he finds throughout the levels. At first I was expecting a sort of spiritual successor to the Sega Genesis game Dynamite Headdy, but the heads you collect are largely useless in function.
Head? Bread? Oh, try it on that sandwich.
They perform one specific action that deals with one specific type of obstacle, and that's that. They don't offer any new abilities or anything like that.
See how using your head can change the world? And I do mean that quite literally.
However, the heads aren't really the focus of the gameplay. They serve as your health, rather. When you take a hit, you lose a head and you have to go to a backup head. It's much like the rings in Sonic, really, except keeping the heads will allow you to access minor secrets in the level. In case the name was enough of a giveaway, this game is presented as a puppet show. It's very dedicated to this aesthetic as well. For example, the way Kutaro jumps is a lot like Little Big Planet. Very loose, but what's clever about it is that Kutaro will hang at the top of his jump for the bulk of the animation. This makes precision platforming significantly easier because you don't have to deal with varying altitudes, and it also ties into the puppet aesthetic very well by making it appear as if he's yanked upwards and then immediately just drops down. However, the platforming in this game is not particularly groundbreaking or exciting, but Kutaro ends up learning a bunch of new abilities throughout the game, each one adding a surprising amount of fun to the gameplay. Early on you get a sort of blade, well scissors more like, and they give you a surprisingly fun ability to mash the button and cut through fabric to get around levels. Now the Little Big Planet inspirations are pretty obvious, but where does God of War fit into this? Well, something I didn't really see coming with this game is the quick time event laden high action boss fights. The game also features a dark and elaborate plot all of its own. And this may seem a bit offsetting at first, but it really does keep in tone with old-fashioned stories and puppet shows and the like.
Help! Oh, please help! Somebody save us! Our mama went crazy! Our mama
Did you know that frogs are low in calories and contain high-efficiency protein? Beauty in every bite.
I did have some issue with the dedication to the puppet show aesthetic though. It might have just been me. In the cutscenes, everything moves. There's always small little animations going on at any given time, and it ended up actually hurting my eyes a little bit. Now I do have a history of being unable to focus on a bunch of moving objects at once, so it might just be a limited case, but I thought it was worth noting anyways. I mean, this is the only game so far that has caused this to happen to me. In particular, the stage transitions are very jarring, disassembling the entire set and sending you flying backwards to a new set. When I first started playing, I didn't really enjoy Puppeteer, but as the game layered on new mechanics and the story got more intriguing, I got very invested. It ended up being surprisingly enjoyable to play. The music is great as well, full of orchestral pieces that fit the mood perfectly. Voice acting really helps set the mood too, and the unique brand of overacting will remind you that you're watching a play.
Kutaro, your soul was summoned here at my behest.
They are in danger. Grievous danger. No, you are doomed. Doomed.
I can't work with this hair.
That and the audience's constant reactions to the story, as well as your actions in each level.
Hey, I warned you.
The dedication to the puppet aesthetic is admirable, and I definitely recommend giving it a try. At the very least, it's a unique experience.
That's it! This Saturday morning cartoon is over!
Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, you can check out the last video, Stall Girls Encore. And hey, if you like this video, subscribe to the 8-Bit Duke. It really helps him out.